Hey, hello, and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day. Max sum subarray of size k. Let's see what the problem has to say. Given an array of integers r of size n and a number k, return the maximum sum of a subarray of size k. So let's see through an example what the problem is trying to say. So let's say this is the array. So what they want is they want to have max sum, right? Max sum of the sub arrays of size k. So let's say size k is 2, right? So in this case, what is the sub array of size 2, right? This is a sub array. So what is the sum of this sub array? It is 300, right? And then for this sub array of size 2, it is 500. And for this sub array, it is 700, right? So the maximum sum of the sub array of size 2 is 700, right? So here this is the answer, right? So how can we solve this problem, right? So whenever there are problems of sub array, right? Mostly the solution would be um, sliding window technique, right? So let's walk through the code and also dry run how we can solve this problem, right? So let's again take this example 100, 200, 300, 400, right? Okay. So what we'll do? We'll have two pointers, right? WE and WS. WS window start and window end. Okay, and we'll have two more variables, sum equal to 0 and max sum equal to 0. What we'll do here? So we will iterate through this array. We'll iterate through this array and through this pointer WE, right? Through this pointer WE, and we'll calculate sum as well. So when we come across this, right, we'll check. First, we'll check. Okay. So what we'll do? Sum equal to 100. Array of WE sum equal to 100. Okay. Then we'll move ahead. Next, WE will move, right? WE will move and we'll add sum. We'll add 200 to the sum. So it will be 300. So with each iteration, we'll also check whether WE minus WS plus 1. WS is still here, right? WE minus WS plus 1 is K or not. So what we are checking over here is whether we have reached the sub array of size K. If it is if we have not reached yet, then we are simply adding the sum, right? Simply adding the sum. So here, right, we check WE minus WS plus 1. So what is WE? WE is at 1. WS is what? At 0, right? And plus 1. So that means, right, plus 1. So it gives us 2. So we have reached a sub array of size k, that is 2, right? So what we will come here, we'll add sum, right? We made it 300, right? We made it 300 here, okay? And then what we are checking till now for this sub array, right? We are checking, we are having the maximum sum of maximum sum and 0. So in this case, it will be max sum is currently 0 and sum is 300, right? After this operation. So max sum will store 300 value now. And then what we'll simply do? We'll simply remove or subtract the window start, the element which is pointing at window start. Okay. So we'll subtract 100. The reason being, now we have to calculate the sum of the next subarray, right? And once we subtract, right, the element at WS position, see, we are subtracting WS position, right? And then we'll increment WS as well for the next subarray, right? For the next subarray we are going, right? And where we WE will point over here, right? WE will point over here. WS, right? See here. Right? Why we are subtracting? Because we have to now have sum for the next subarray. So we are first subtracting this one from sum. Okay. So now sum is 200 and WS is also we have incremented. It is pointing over here. And then WE will point over here, right? WE we are incrementing over here. It will point over at 300. Again, this won't satisfy because WE, right? WE is at 2, WS is at 1, right? 2 minus 1 plus 1 plus 1, right? So why we're doing plus 1? To calculate the size of subarray, right? So size of subarray. So it will be again 2, right? So we'll come over here. So what we'll do is we'll add the element at WE, right? At WE to the sum. So sum is currently what? 200. Now we are adding 300 to it. We are adding 300 to it, right? So sum will be 500, right? 500. And then again we are checking whether sum is whatever is maximum will store it in max sum. So now it will be 500. And then what we are doing again? We are removing this 200, the element at 200 from sum. So, right, we are subtracting. So it will be 300 again, right? And we are incrementing WS. So WS will point over here at 300. WS will point over here. And again, the same WE will point over here. This won't satisfy, right? And it will come over here. Okay. So now we are calculating the sum again, right? Of WE. So 300 plus 400 will give us 700. And then we are storing the maximum sum out of maximum sum, right? So we are storing 700. We are storing 700. And then this will, what we'll do, we'll remove uh, this WS, right? Again from 700, which will be 400. And we'll increment WS. WS will point over here, right? WS will point over here, right? But this window ends. This window ends. That is, we have iterated all the subarrays, and then we'll simply return max sum. We'll simply return max sum, which is 700, right? So the C++ and Java code won't will be almost same, right? Only the fact that in Java it will be array list, right? And in C++ it is going to be vector, right? This is the only difference. So so here is the same code. Here is the same code which I have explained. Let's submit this. Okay, it is accepted. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.